It was a great trip because, human trafficking is an issue that I've become really passionate about through my contact with Dr. Tucker, and her sharing her passion has kind of inspired that in me. But this trip was a little bit different because it really allowed us to get out and do some work. Advocacy is great. Advocacy gets the message out there. Advocacy teaches people about the issue. But getting out there and really doing something, taking action, taking all that you know and making sure that you're doing all you can to make sure that a young girl out there or a young boy out there has the opportunity to get help was really amazing.
Tell me some about the hands-on things that you did this weekend and how it may have affected you.
Okay. Well, we first start off by kind of organizing a huge day for volunteers. So a really important part of the SOAP organization is getting people in a certain community really motivated and energized about the topic of human trafficking. So the initial part of it was really set up, making it easy for people to get in and to get in contact with Teresa Flores and hear her message and learn about human trafficking. So that was our first part of the day. The second part of the day involved us actually teaming up with community members and traveling out to local hotels and motels all around New Jersey. So we really got to meet some really great New Jersey people. They were really passionate about the issue of human trafficking, really excited to team up with students from halfway across the country. They're always surprised we're from Indiana. And we actually got to go into hotels, meet with front desk managers, and talk to them about this huge global and really domestic issue. So actually having that hands-on experience, actually getting out there and doing something, informing more people about the issue, giving them resources to help people who may be in need was just really something new for us.
Did you feel like you made a difference this weekend?
Yes. Ultimately, what we'd love to hear is that they rescue young girls and boys, that we find these missing children. So that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the after report. But if that doesn't come, I still feel like I did a lot of great work. We taught just that many more people that this is such a huge issue. Unfortunately, human trafficking, when people think about it, they kind of say, oh, that's a problem over there. But the sad reality is no, it's a problem right here. It's a problem in our community. It's a problem in our state. It's a problem in our society. So just educating people on that topic and letting them know that this is happening right next door to you, right in your hotel that you come and work every day, was just really empowering and really provided us with the space to do something that we feel so passionate about.
Now, Super Bowl is not going to be the only place you do this, correct?
Yeah. So what SOAP typically does is they partner up with really large sports events. And people say, well, why really large sports events? Well, there's a huge mass of people who come to this one area, and so that gives us the opportunity to target a lot of people in a small area. But things like the Indy 500, the Final Four, those are all other opportunities for us to get out there and kind of pass this message along.
And those are all in Indy, correct?
Well, the Indy 500 obviously will be, but the Final Four this year is going to be in Dallas.
That's right.
So that'll be another chance to travel. But yes, I'm really looking forward to being able to do things here in Indiana. This is my community, and I want people to become, motivated. I want people to become outraged. We don't want this happening in our community. I think if you ask anyone on the street, do you want human trafficking happening in your community? I don't think you could find one person that would say yes. And so being able to bring that back here to Indiana and get people educated about the topic, inspire them to want to go out there and make a change, I think is that kind of grassroots attitude about making, a real difference and kind of combating human trafficking here in our community.
Sure. When you say our community, I have spoken to the police, local police, and they're not aware of anything here in Terre Haute. Now, Indianapolis is a different story. Mm-hmm. Are you finding it's mostly in the big cities? Is it rippling effect to the smaller communities?
It's kind of disheartening to hear that said.
Oh, you think it is here?
I think it's everywhere.
Okay.
We have a huge major highway that runs right through our community. We have two, actually. So to think that it isn't happening here is kind of disheartening by the people who should be out there looking for it. we have vulnerable young adults here. We are a community of a lot of want and need. And traffickers look at that. Those are the young people that they target. The ones that are very transient, the ones that might not have the most stable home, that are always looking for a source of income. That's what predators look for. And to say that we don't have those children in our community, we obviously know we do. And if we have those children, we know that there are predators out there looking at those children. So whether or not it's actually happening here in Terre Haute, the actual transaction of labor or sex trafficking, I don't know the numbers in that. But to think that none of our missing children here in Terre Haute aren't involved in human trafficking in one area, I found that really hard to believe.